You like the white stuff.
I know. Now do the thing. See, it's funny.
You're disgusting.
No. Don't. Okay, take a reasonable bite. There you go. I don't know. That might be unreasonable.
Hello. Today I am going to do the pregnancy tag. 3rd trimester questions and answers. I'm just reading it off my phone. Some of these questions don't really apply to me, I think. I'll try my best to answer. 9 months? 9 months pregnant. Yeah, so I'm 9 months pregnant. How did my family react to the news? I didn't actually tell my parents until I was 3 months pregnant. I don't think they were expecting me to be pregnant. I remember going home to see my parents one day and I kind of just, I mean, like I was going back and forth on how I should tell them, when I should tell them, and then it got to the point where if I didn't tell them anytime soon, they were gonna find out anyways, because like my bump was gonna grow, so I just told them. They were I don't even know. I wouldn't say they were angry. They weren't angry or really upset. They were mostly surprised and shocked. But they came around like really fast. I kind of told them, and then we didn't really talk about it too much. They weren't too upset. And then they came around to it really fast, and now they're super excited. Yes, we do. We found out at 20 weeks when we did our anatomy scan, and it's a girl. And then at 32 weeks, I went back for a growth scan. I asked them to double check that it's a girl, because everybody at work keeps telling me that even though it's a girl, they think it's a boy, just because of like the way that my stomach was shaped. So I got kind of paranoid, because by then I already bought all these girl stuff. So they double checked and it's a girl, so she's a girl. I do want more children. I think I would like at least one more child. I'm an only child. I don't know. I thought it was okay being an only child, but I think it'd be pretty fun to have siblings. So I want at least one more, but I think David wants 2 more. My gosh, I always crave sushi, but this is not really pregnancy related. In my 1st trimester, all of a sudden I wanted to eat noodles. There was a period of time where all I wanted to eat was noodles, like spicy Asian noodles, like udon noodles, ramen, pho, like anything noodles. But that lasted maybe 2 weeks, and then ever since I haven't had really strong cravings for anything. Sometimes I don't feel like I have an appetite, but once I start eating, I can still eat a lot of it. The best part about being pregnant is probably just the fact that I'm growing a baby, and the weight gain. I actually quite like being able to gain a lot of weight. Up until like the past few weeks, I didn't really have anything that was terrible about this pregnancy. I just had minor aches and pains. The rash is probably the worst part about getting pregnant. Yeah, the stupid pup rash, that's it. So we had names picked out before we even found out the gender of our baby, because it's a unisex name, so we're gonna use it regardless. I think before getting pregnant, we talked about some names just out of the blue randomly. Like if we hear a pretty name, we would just say like, oh, wouldn't it be nice? Like we had a list of names. We just really had one, and then we just decided on it.
Me.
David will be with me during labor. Yay! He gets to go through all the all the well, hopefully no screaming, but all the contractions and all that good stuff. I kind of have a birth plan. So ideally we would go to the birth center and then I would have a water birth. But I don't have like a very detailed birth plan, like, oh, like don't come in at this time, or you know, I have to have this music or something like that. Like nothing detailed, because you never know what's gonna happen. So what's the point of, I think at least, like what's the point of worrying about something that may not go your way in the first place? But I guess it'd be different if I was going to a hospital and I knew I was gonna have a hospital birth or have an OB. I think I might have a more detailed birth plan, just because they might want to intervene. But because I'm going with a midwife to a birthing center, it's kind of just go with the flow. I think I will try to record some of the labor, probably from the waist up. I don't think I really want to see what's going on down there. Or I don't think anybody will really want to see what's going on down there. But definitely want to take at least some pictures or something to record the experience. The only thing that's really important to me is I really want to capture the moment that I see her for the first time, or like hold her for the first time. I really wish that could be captured, either a video or a picture or whatever, but who knows, there's going to be so much going on. I don't know if we're going to remember or if anybody has a free hand to do that. So if it doesn't get captured, it's okay too, but it would be really nice if it does get captured. Planning for a natural birth, natural unmedicated birth, and we'll see how that goes. I have been doing some things to prepare myself, and I feel pretty good about it most of the time, so I'm not too worried. I'm not really scared about labor because I feel like I know what's going to happen, at least in a very eventful natural birthing process. I think I have a good grasp of what's going to happen, so I'm not really too worried or scared. I think once it starts happening, I'm more excited than anything, and adrenaline will just take over. Just kind of already accepted that it's going to be intense, that it's going to be tiring, that it's probably going to be painful, so not scared. I'm looking forward to being able to speak without running out of breath. I'm looking forward to being able to reach my toes and bending down when I drop something without it being so hard. Also, I'm looking forward to wearing normal clothes. It's not pregnancy clothes. Because breastfeeding always makes me feel so paranoid because I really want to breastfeed. It's really important to me that I'm able to breastfeed. And just from the things that my mom's told me, like she wasn't able to breastfeed, and just some of the experiences that other ladies had, it kind of makes me worried about breastfeeding. But it's just one of those things that there's no point really worrying too much ahead of time, because you don't know. She could be a really good baby, she could just come out and then start breastfeeding right away and I will have milk, or it could be really difficult, but whatever. I think if I set my mind on breastfeeding, then I'll ask for help. There's lactation consultants and there's like a lot of resources online, so I think if I'm persistent, then it should work out. And then also, I'm not like, oh my god, I must breastfeed or I'm a failure. Like if it really doesn't work out, it's okay. I grew up on formula. I think I'm okay. My maternity leave is 1.5 years, so in that sense, for that period of time, I'm going to be a stay-at-home mom. I'm not planning to return to work sooner than I have to, but I do eventually plan on returning to work. But who knows? I mean, in 1.5 years, a lot of things could change. Maybe I'll just work part-time when I return, or maybe I'll work full-time, or maybe I'll work somewhere else. I have no idea. But for the next 1.5 years, I will be at home. I don't really feel comfortable feeding the baby out of those little packs or those little jars, because what it really is just sweet potato or sweet peas or carrots or whatever, and it's just blanched or boiled and then mashed so they can eat it. If I'm staying at home, I can make that myself. At least I know exactly what kind of ingredients I'm putting inside. And then there's a lot of different opinions about introducing solid foods to babies. Some people really like to do like pureed soft baby food, and other people use baby-led weaning, so I haven't really decided what I want to try yet. As you can tell from the apartment tour, we live in a studio apartment, so we don't really have a nursery. So I showed this in another video already, but we have a crib that's kind of set up. But more than anything, it has become Cece's bed. If you look at the sheets, like it's covered in her fur. She has completely taken over. And then we have this pack and play that's set up. And again, the cats have taken over right now. Hi, honey. If we had a different room, and she was able to have her own nursery, maybe something like nature related theme, right? That'd be nice. Maybe some like green, I don't know, trees or something, just like nature related, river, water, something like that. So as of today, I am 39 weeks and 3 days pregnant. On the app it says I have 4 days left to go. She's the weight of a small pumpkin. So that's it. My due date is in 4 days. I hope she comes. I guess technically this could be my last video, or there could be another update, a 39 or 40 weeks update. We'll see how it goes. Bye!